And welcome to Friday Night Football here at Comalander Stadium in San Antonio, Texas. My name's Tony Brubaker, along with former Ranger coach Joe Muchagamba, and we're ready to bring you the Smithson Valley Rangers and the Madison Mavericks, and what Joe should be an exciting game in so many ways, because this will be Madison's first game while the Rangers have a game under their belt, and that does make some difference.
There's no doubt, and these two teams know each other well through the years. They played many times, and some have been just deep playoff games, and there's a little bit of fire between these two teams. And like you said, Madison, this is their first go at it. They're excited. Smithson Valley's got one under the belt, so I guess we'll see what happens tonight.
We will see what happens. The series record is in Smithson Valley's advantage, 11-4 over the previous 15 meetings. Last year, Smithson Valley won 44-0 early in the season, and in fact, they've won 5 of the past 6. Madison won in 2018, 17-14 for their only win of the past decade.
Yeah,
as we look at different things, because they know each other so well, this will be an interesting start of the game and how they feel each other out.
Well, you go back to last year and you mentioned the score. It kind of got away from Madison a little bit. Things didn't go well for them early. Things went well for Smithson Valley early, and it just kind of rolled the wrong direction for them. That's not that's nothing about their program. That's not the way they played. They end up turning around and going to win their district. So they just had a bad night, and I'd anticipate things to be a little bit different, a little bit tighter ball game tonight.
Should be a good one. The Rangers 1-0 on the season. The Mavericks going for their first game of the year. We'll have tonight's kickoff after this timeout on the Rangers Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40, down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment, because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button, or text the word Rangers to 42828, and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like. Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
I'm gonna get real crazy.
This is gorgeous.
My partnership with Donovan hasn't gone at all the way that I ever expected it to.
I'm done with it. I don't care.
All I've ever done is design. Honestly. Sorry, guys.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578. Watch Science, GVTC, channel 518.
The techno-dexterous? Stay connected in every way. Take our quick Wi-Fi score quiz today at gvtc.com/Wi-Fi score and make sure your connection is up to speed.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
And welcome back to Comalander Stadium. We've just finished the national anthem as the color guard is walking off the edge of the field. Everybody's still in attendance as they're supposed to be, but now we're ready to go. Should be a good one. Again, the Mavericks come in, haven't played yet. They have a 10-game schedule that starts here tonight, then a couple of road games and a trio of home games ahead of them, so they will see what is ahead of them in their District 27 6A. The Rangers in 26. I'm sorry. I got it here somewhere. Rangers are in 27 6A. The Mavericks are in a different district, but 27 6A is what the Rangers are in now with New Braunfels, Wagner, Steele, Clemens, Judson, East Central, and South San. South San, the newest member of that district for the Rangers. But should be a good district schedule as everybody's kind of pared everything down because of the pandemic, and now we're ready to play some football. And we couldn't have ordered a better night to have a Friday night football game.
Well, you hit the nail on the head there. It's beautiful weather tonight. A little bit cool. Not cold by any means, but it's nice and cool. Got everybody a little bit chipper, I'm sure, down there on the field.
Now, as we need is a natural grass field.
and a little rain. Muddy it up.
Yeah, just kidding. Mavericks won the toss. They chose to defer, so the Rangers will have the ball to start things out here tonight. Hoskins back with Noah Flores, Gabe and Noah.
Rangers had a little success with some return game last week. Let's see what happens.
Becker, the kicker, pops it up, and it is fielded just inside the 30-yard line.
That's Brandon
Savello, yes. Returns it out to the 32, and the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from there. Jalen Nutt, again, the senior quarterback, has been a cornerback for 3 years, now getting a chance to play quarterback as he did earlier in his career. And he'll be behind him, Gabe Hoskins, the junior tailback. And we'll set the receivers for you here in a moment. McDonald and Brooks both come to the right. Nutt out of the shotgun. The 34 defense by the Mavericks. With a safety over the top. Handoff is faked. Pass to the edge. That's Freeland. Makes the catch. Nice. Went up for it and then tried to get way out of a tackle, but he's dragged down there by the cornerback on the side. I believe that was Delane.
Yeah, that's a nice job of Jalen, just taking what he's given. That's going to run pass option. He gets to make the decision on that. He decided to pull it and stick it out there to him. They're playing off of Freeland a little bit.
Yeah. Brendan Ward actually on the tackle, so here come the Rangers again. It is 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard gain on the pass play. And whistles early, and a flag for illegal procedure. So the penalty takes him back 5 yards, so instead of 2nd and 3, it'll be 2nd and 8. Did a nice job of first down getting ahead of the chains, and now you find yourself after a penalty a little bit behind them.
It's always better to stay ahead of them, as you know.
Yes.
We're kind of feeling each other out early in the ball game, see what each group wants to do.
Nutt takes the shotgun. It's a quarterback run. He finds some room up the middle. He's finally dragged down after a gain of about 5 or 6 to the 40. It'll be 3rd down and 2. This ball will be spotted just short of the 40. One of the linebackers, Edwards, had the biggest part of that tackle. So on third down, one of the bigger receivers comes in, Dylan Domel. So a tight end, two receivers to the right, a back on either side of Nutt. Here's Brooks up the middle. He's got a seam, got a space, gets past the linebackers, now past one of the safeties, and gets run down finally as he goes inside the 35-yard line on a nice run of about 27 yards. He'll get near the 32 of Madison as Brooks just saw the lightning there and bursted through it.
Well, like you see a lot of times, it's 3rd and 2, short yards. I go with 3 backs in the backfield, and Madison packs everybody down in there. And like you see many times, if you can breach that, then you're going to make some big yards, and that's what happened. And Brooks did a nice job. Of course, O-line, I'm sure,
yes,
did a little work on it too.
We'll tell you about them in a minute. Here's another handoff. Looks like this is Hoskins, and there's a flag that comes in late. And then another flag from the secondary. We'll see what the call is. Now, face mask seen by 2 different officials. Hoskins' run was good for a couple of yards, but the penalty will extend 15 more. They'll be all the way to the Mavericks' 16-yard line. So 15 on the penalty. Sets the Rangers up 1st and 10 from the Mavericks 16. Clock runs at 9:20 in the first quarter. Nutt gives it to Brooks, wide left, cuts through a nice cut, and he forces him all the way until he drops the ball at the end. Not real sure if the ground caused it or what the call's going to be. He was reaching towards the pylon.
Looks like they're going to mark him short about a yard, it looks like, short of the goal line. They'll maintain possession.
Yeah, they are going to call the ball down, but he will get a first down. It'll be 1st and goal as they're going to spot the ball at the 2. So a nice run as the success the Rangers had as the game progressed last week is continuing here tonight. McDonald goes left, Freeland to the right. A back either side of Nutt. Here comes Brooks coming left. Gets a block on the corner and then squirts into the end zone, I do believe. And that is the first touchdown of the game for the Smithson Valley Rangers, who go up 6-0 with exactly 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
Pretty well orchestrated drive right there. Pretty clean. Got one penalty, and the rest of it, number 9 had a big series there.
On for the kicking is Austin Hoser. Hoser's kick is up. It's a good tall kick and goes through the uprights. It's 7-0 Rangers. With 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Rangers on a 6-minute drive that took only 5 plays and a couple of penalties, and they lead at 7-0. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
And Smithson Valley will kick it off. That drive a minute ago was 5 plays in 3 minutes, not 6 minutes. Hoser's kick comes down near side, near the 10-yard line, picked up by Becker, and he gets tripped up as he tries to come cross field. A great open field tackle by Wyatt Hansen, a backup linebacker, number 23, got a big piece of his leg and knocked him down at the 16-yard line, and that's where the Rangers will start, or the Mavericks will start 1st and 10. Three receivers down to the near side. Kyle hands it off, and going the wide side is Becker, the running back, and he had some room. Finally chased out of bounds by Camden Egley. A little bit short of the first down. Looks like a gain of about 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Gain of about 7, 6 or 7.
Becker got to the edge quick. 2 receivers near, 1 to the far side. Kyle hands it off to Becker again, up the middle. A bunch of Ranger defenders are there, and they'll keep him shy of the yard to go for a 1st down. They might have given him about a yard. Good job by the defensive line. Seminaro in there at the bottom. A lot of other Rangers on top of him.
Big 3rd down right here. I know it's early in the ball game, but you sure would like to pick this up if you're Madison, so you're not punting from your own end of the field.
Kyle tries to get the Rangers to jump. They twitch, but they don't jump offside on 3rd and 3 from the 23-yard line. R.J. Kyle, a senior, 6'2", 195. Sends some motion, jet sweep. No, he keeps it. He's got some room up the middle. Gets out across the 40. He's got one man to beat, cuts inside of him, and then gets run out of bounds as the receiver did a good job of staying with his block on Noah Flores. But inside Ranger territory is R.J. Kyle.
There you go, again, another early in the ball game, 3rd and short for Mavericks, and they breach the line of scrimmage, and it's a lot of yardage down there when it's short gains. You're looking for a short gain.
They'll spot it at the 41. About a 41-yard run. There's a pass out to the edge. It goes incomplete. Kyle looking for their H-back, Anthony Little. So it brings down 2nd down and 10 on the first incomplete pass of the night. On the first pass play of the night. Both teams have been running the ball efficiently. Rangers want to blitz. They'll send it out to the edge. That's their best receiver. It's number 1, Nevin Cooper. He's a junior. Last year, a big year. See where they'll spot it. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 or 5. But Cooper last year had 25 receptions for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he was in a supporting role. This year, he is the guy. So 3rd, and we'll call it 5. They need to get to the 31. Kyle hands it off up the middle's got a seam, got into the secondary. Egley again with a tackle here.
Becker again.
Becker is, boy, he is quick off that first step, man. He really gets through the hole in a hurry.
There's a pretty good crease there.
Yep, ball up to the 26, 1st down. From the Ranger 26, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Kyle gives it to Becker again, and again has some room. Gets to the linebacker level before he's dragged down. Darlington Frash got his first tackle of the night at the, call it the 18-yard line. It'll be second down and a short 2.
There's a chance here you might see a ball thrown to the end zone, 2nd and 2.
Okay.
Looking like a sweep probably.
Kyle wants to run, has a couple of guys in front of him, throws it out to the edge and makes a nice throw that time. Caught inside the 10-yard line. That's the other receiver, Jalen Stewart, the senior, 6'1" and 185. That was in front of Cooper Douglas, who dragged him out of bounds at the 6. It's 1st and goal from there. Kyle keeps it again up the middle. Nice tackle.
That's Frack again on the
beautiful.
Yep.
Darlington Frash, who we missed last year after a couple of games to injury, and the Rangers dearly missed him. Glad to have him back as a senior, as the middle linebacker.
Darlington had him a good ball game last week also, so hopefully he can continue on.
6 tackles and a tackle for loss on credit. So it is now 2nd and goal from the 6. 3 receivers, 1 in motion now. They fake the jet sweep. Kyle keeps it up the middle, tries to jag the defender into the end zone, and I think the officials are going to call this a touchdown, even though I think he was probably down if we had a good replay, but they are going to call it a touchdown. So the 6-yard touchdown run by R.J. Kyle. The kick by not going to be good. Hands on it. And Esquivel's first try for an extra point in 2020 goes awry, and it's 7-6 with 5:50 to go in the first quarter. A nice drive by the Mavericks as they run the ball to perfection just like the Rangers did. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like. Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Oh my gosh. I think we got it. No, the Mavericks have it, they say. As the onside kick kind of caught the Rangers a little off guard. The one guy who let it go by him probably should have tried. And as it hit the ground,
it had a good roll on, had a good wicked bounce to it.
It did. So the Mavericks have the turnover at the Ranger 38. 1st and 10. Kyle takes the snap, wants to throw, and now a quarterback draw. Does he get out of the? No, he throws it late, and it's caught, and it seems to be a good catch. That's Hayden Solarak. And the senior comes up with his second catch of the season at the 26-yard line, good for a first down.
RJ did a nice job of avoiding the sack there and moving around the pocket. Bought himself some time.
He did. 3 receivers topside, 1 to the near side. Kyle wants to throw. Goes strong side, throws it over the top, intended for, that is Cooper, and he throws it over his head and incomplete. A nice look on 1st and 10 from the 26. It'll be 2nd and 10. So it's 7-6, Smithson Valley on top. 5:29 on a stopped clock here in the first quarter, pardon me. Mavericks bring in a couple of tight ends, one to either side. Kyle has a quarterback run coming left, gets a block from his running back, but then gets dragged out of bounds on a good defensive play by the Rangers defense that time. That is Blake Bowman, the strong safety. The senior who had 4 tackles last week and an interception comes up with a big tackle there on 1st down. They actually lose a yard back to the 27. It's 3rd down and 11.
Did a nice job of stringing that play out, not ever letting him get his shoulders turned downhill like he was able to do with the first drive.
So they send 3 receivers to the top side again. Becker is the tailback to the left of Kyle. Quarterback wants to run it again and gets caught in the backfield. That's Trey Moore, I think, who spun him out of bounds. Big Trey Moore, who had all the stats in the world last week, has a big tackle there on 3rd down.
Yeah, they're trying to sprint out and reach the defensive end, and that's hard to do, and it's really hard to do against a player like Trey.
So they lose a yard, then they lose 8 yards on that play. It's 4th down and 19. They're going to go for it instead of trying to pooch punt. Unless Kyle might punt, because I think he is a backup punter.
They may back up and quick kick it maybe. You never know. Haven't seen it out of him. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. They're going to pooch it back. Delay game.
Yeah. So delay of game.
Can run their punt team on here. The 5 yards won't hurt him much. It'll give him a little bit more room to deal with as a punter.
Play clock starts. Game clock goes under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As now they will punt.
Well, they may run a fake down here. You never know, Tony. With the onside kick, it's early.
Solarchek is the punter. Hayden Solarchek. Good snap. Got a rush. Kind of a rugby-style kick that will land about the 10. Rangers will let it roll because it was hopping differently. A couple of players, Frash and one of the Mavericks, kind of tangled up at the 35. But the ball down at the 9, and that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. We'll keep it here with 3:32 to go in the first quarter.
That's a big stop. You know, Madison coming off a real nice drive also with the onside kick and getting that little momentum swing. And Smithson Valley defense came out and stepped up, did a nice job. See if the offense can do something here.
31 yards on the punt, no return. The Rangers start 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Nutt takes the snap. It's a quarterback draw. Has one man to beat to get to the next level and gets brought down at about the 19-yard line. Good job on the tackle that time by the safety, Braden Campbell. Up to the 19, they'll say it's a 1st down. Rangers taking their time. Play clock at 15 now as they're still just to break the huddle. Starting center this year is Britt Stoley. Muchagumba, Van Sickle, the two guards. Here's a handoff. Hoskins up the middle, has some room. Gets about 5 or 6 yards before he's dragged down by several players, including linebacker Aaron Bowles. They'll give him 5 to the 24. The tackles are Benka and Dornberg. The offensive line, which got better throughout the game a week ago, has had some success here tonight already in the first quarter.
No doubt. They're still rolling some players in and out of there trying to find the top 5, but they're playing about 8 of them right now. So there's a couple in there also.
Yeah, back up Colton Thomason in the game, the sophomore who's a big one. Here's a run to Hoskins. Tries to take it outside, then cuts back up. Gets 3 or 4. Is the ball loose again? don't know if anybody saw it. They're going to come out with it, but I don't think anybody saw it. It's third down. They'll say he was down by contact at the 28. It's a gain of about 3.
Well, last time they were 3rd and 2, they loaded the backfield up with 3 backs and quarterback, and I believe Jalen went for a ways. No, it was Brooks. Brooks had a long run on this situation.
So from the 27, 3rd and a long 2. Looks like Brooks gets his way up the middle and runs over a couple of defenders. Good enough for a first down as the clock goes under 1:45. Garrett Brooks with a powerful.
Yeah, they're getting Brooks involved in the run game. Last week, I don't think he ran the football at all. I think he just, he caught a few, caught 4 or 5 balls, and this week they're using his legs a little bit more. And looks like it was a wise decision.
So the Rangers continue to move with the ball on the ground. Nutt, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He wants to roll left, sets himself, throws it long, intended for Freeland, who comes up with a grab inside the 30. Did a great job of using his body, his big 6'4" frame, and held the defender at bay while he reached up and grabbed the ball. A beautiful throw by Jalen Nutt.
It's a great job of flipping the field, just getting it on the other end. You backed up, they've got the ball, fixed to maybe score, defense stops them, then they flip the field completely around. Now we've got Madison on their heels.
A 41-yard pass play to the Mavericks' 26-yard line.
Well, Freeland, he's a tall drink of water, that's for sure.
So 1 receiver either way. There's a back on either side of Nutt. Takes the snap, comes this way. It's Hoskins. Can he get to the corner? Gets a nice block on the edge, then gets past the 20-yard line, inside near the 16 or 17 before he's dragged down there. A good job of turning it upfield just in time. Demetrion Delane, the junior, with the tackle for the Mavericks.
Brooks had some good runs so far. He had made a great block on that one right there for Hoskins.
You're right about that. That was a great block on the edge. So the 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and 1 at the 17. They need to get to
take the
16
quarter
for the first down, but that'll be the end of the first quarter as the quarter winds down. The Rangers up 7-0, but they're marching looking for more as we are bringing this all to you on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, 1 man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Nobody's watching.
We're back. Start of the second quarter. The Red Hat finally gives them the signal they can play. On the kickoff that they recovered on the onside kick, the Red Hat was still out on the field, meaning TV, and there's local TV here tonight. They weren't going to get, TV wasn't back yet because he was still out on the field and they kicked it anyway. In any event, the Rangers are moving the ball. They're now at the 17 of Madison, up 7-6 as we start the second quarter. 3 receivers come to the bottom, 1 receiver to the top. Only an H-back in the backfield. Here's a jet sweep fade. Nutt wants to keep it. Does a nice job of hurdling over 1 defender and then gets brought down by the linebacker. And he'll get the first down on the short run up to about the 12. So a gain, we'll say, of 4, and it's a first down. And that's middle linebacker Aaron Bowles just walked off the field for Madison. Doesn't seem to be hurt. Looks like a headband or something he's messing with. So the Rangers send one receiver to the top side, one to the bottom. Two backs in the backfield with Nutt. Hoskins has it, goes right, gets some blocks on the corner, and then takes it upfield. A nice first down gain inside the 10-yard line to about the 6. So we'll call it a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
They're doing a nice job just taking what they're giving them. It's 4 or 5 here, and then of course they had the 2 big plays on the front end of that drive. Now they're trying to finish it down in the red zone.
David Freeman along with Thomason on the right side of the offensive line right now. Nutt with 2 backs, one either side of him. Gives it to Hoskins again, going right. If it works, just keep doing it, and he goes into the end zone. Gabe Hoskins. His 4th and 5th touchdowns tonight. With his 2nd score of the night, the Rangers go up 13-6 with the extra point to come.
Yeah, Madison struggling to the boundary. I don't know, their defensive player, their defensive end must be playing inside, and they're just getting on the edge and just mashing. They're going to have to do something to fix that, or it's going to be a real long night over there.
Hoser comes on for the extra point. And it's good. Rangers go up 14-6, 10:41 to go in the first half. The Rangers up 14-6 on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828. And you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
And we're back to Comalander Stadium. The Rangers lead this one 14-6. A couple of touchdown runs by Garrett Brooks, who last week had 5 receptions for 56 yards. Killing a long of 25. Tonight he is running the ball with some power and some efficiency as the offensive attack for the Rangers, other than the 41-yard pass play, has been totally on the ground and been good enough for a couple of drives. The first one 68 yards, that one 91 yards. Took 10 plays.
I'll tell you what, as a defensive coach or defensive player, you really enjoy watching your offense out there because they can't score on you if you're standing on the sideline, usually.
Amen to that. Hoser will get ready to kick it off for the Rangers. With the wind at his back, he sends this one sailing. Fair catch, signaled by Cooper, but he lets it go over his head into the end zone and doesn't have to field it, so they'll bring it out to the 25, and that's where the Mavericks will be 1st and 10. So the Rangers up by still 1 score at 10:41 to go in the second quarter. Mavericks have a receiver to the tall side, 2 down here to the near side. Still looking at their coaches as the play clock goes under 10. R.J. Kyle finally tells his offensive line something, and then he gets them down.
They're going to get
play
a
clock
delay
at
game
1.
right
they
here.
are. Yep.
Yeah.
Delay a game. The play clock just kept winding down. The coaches took forever to get the signals in.
Yeah, coming in after a kickoff, after a return, you shouldn't. That's hard to. They must have had some miscommunication, no doubt.
Coaches have to be excited this year they can go clear down to the 10 versus the 25, so better spacing. Kyle hands it off. Looks like Becker as he bursts through the hole and gets near a first down. 1st and 15, goes to 2nd down and about 6. Gets up to the 29-yard line before he's dragged down.
Yeah, he gets places in a hurry.
He does.
And he's quick. Quick and strong. Got really good feet on him.
Out on the edge. Nice job of dragging down.
That's DeHoyas. That's a nice open field tackle.
So David DeHoyas, the sophomore, comes up with the play on the edge. It'll be 3rd and 1 after a gain of 5. Ranger defenders trying to bow up and come up with another 3rd down stop here on 3rd and 1.
These 3rd and shorts hadn't been good for either group tonight.
You're right about that. Kyle hands it off. Becker stuck in the middle. He's stopped. He won't get a first down. Seminaro on the top of him. Down at the bottom might have been Nathan Herring.
That was Nathan Herring.
So the Rangers stop him on 3rd and 1 and make it 4th down and 2. And here comes the punt unit. Solarchek's kick will be short and gets a Ranger bounce up near the 43 or 44. That's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. Not a very good punt there. Only about 28 yards.
Got a relatively short field again for the offense here.
So the Rangers have good field position.
Very
They're
good.
43-yard line, the best field position of the night for them. Jalen Nutt brings his offensive unit back on the field. Ty DePose in at fullback.
A little
reverse. He wants to throw it. Brooks intended for. That's McDonald, and he can't hang on to it. I think it might have been tipped just before it got to him. And if it was tipped, he couldn't hang on anyway. So a nice little gadget play with Brooks trying to throw it to McDonald, and it goes incomplete. Usually the gadget plays come on later in the season. This early, that was kind of surprised for Coach Hill to try that one there.
I'm going to see. You probably won't ever see it again.
Jalen Nutt rolls to his right. Now there's a flag, probably a procedure penalty. Our head linesman comes over to the referee. Our referee tonight is John Miller. It is again a false start. So an incomplete pass and then a 5-yard penalty. Takes the ball back to the 38-yard line. It is 2nd down and 15 for the Rangers. 14-6, they lead by 8 with 8:35 to go in the second period. Play comes in from the sideline with a tight end.
Good tight end or third.
So 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. No backs in the backfield. Nutt's a keeper here. Tries to squirt to the right. Gets just past the original line of scrimmage, maybe up to the 44. So a gain of about 6 brings up 2nd down and 11. Third down, pardon me.
Yeah, we got 3rd and 9 coming up.
So 3rd and 9 from the 44 after getting good field position to start. An incomplete pass and then a penalty kind of puts you behind the chains. Nutt gets the play. And the huddle breaks. 3 receivers come to the near side, 1 to the far side. An H-back, fullback if you will, in the slot left. Nutt takes the snap and rolls to his left. He wants to throw, has a man on the edge, completes the ball. A nice catch on the play by Noah Flores, one of the cornerbacks who's playing a little offense right here. Gets the ball up near midfield at the 49, but it'll be 4th down on the 5-yard play. Garrett Brooks, the senior who averaged 38 yards on a couple of punts a week ago, is on for the first time tonight. 7:46 to go in the second quarter, and the Rangers up 14-6. Timeout, Madison.
They're not covering a wide out. I wonder if they train Noah a little bit this week on offense. Of course, he's a senior, so he knows.
Yeah.
He's probably well versed, but they got Kyler out this week, it looks like.
Right.
So maybe
they brought him over, yeah.
Put him in a package or two, see what he can do. I know he's very athletic. He does a good job out there at corner.
He does, yeah. And it's not the first time we've had a cornerback play offense in this system.
Oh, no.
It's been done quite often, actually. Noah, the senior, who had a couple of tackles and a pass breakup last week, caught his first pass of the night for a 5-yard gain a moment ago. And it's 4th down and about 4. They need to get to the 47 of Madison.
Noah's dad was on Coach Hill's first team in Smithson Valley back in '93.
Really?
Yeah, they're both old, both them guys, Alex and Coach Hill.
So now the punt unit will come back on the field. Brooks, the punter, stands at his 38 right now. Good snap. And he's going to fake it. He's got room to the right, but I don't know if he's got enough room. And nope. I don't know that he'll get it. Looks like he'll be about a yard shy. They'll spot him at the 48 of Madison. He had one block on one guy on the far side. If he keeps going far, you don't know what numbers are going to look like when he gets there, but he tried to cut it back upfield.
That's a good job by Madison. You know, that's a big play for them.
So Madison gets it on downs at their own 48. 7:40 to go, second quarter. Rangers up 14-6. R.J. Kyle takes the snap, wants to throw, left side. Oh, almost picked off. Almost picked off. That was Noah Flores who jumped the route and had it in his hands, intended for Cooper. Almost picked off, and that would have been a lot of green grass in front of him. So on 2nd and 10, the Mavericks bring 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Little receiver screen setting up, but they throw it to the slot in the middle, and that's a completed pass. And a nice look that time to Anthony Little, the H-back. Be a gain up to the Ranger 44, a gain of about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. So 3rd and 4 from the Ranger 46. They keep 2 receivers down to the near side, 1 to the far side. There is a back in the backfield now. Kyle wants to run with it. I think he wanted to run the whole time. He gets through a tackle of Frash at the 42 and then gets knocked down at the 39, maybe the 40-yard line, but it is a 1st down.
I think you're right, Tony. That's design quarterback draw.
Yeah, I think he just held it long enough to get the rush, the defensive line up the field, and then he was going to go.
Yeah, get them up the field, get the backers in there, drop a little bit, and that's not a bad decision by Madison coaches. Let RJ carry the football a little bit. He's a good football player.
3 receivers topside, now 1 to the bottom. RJ Kyle wants to throw. Rush getting after him. Over the middle, intended for, but deflected. Looked like it was Stewart was the intended.
You Yeah, you got Blake Bowman and David DeHoyas, both safeties breaking up that ball.
So both safeties were waiting for it and did a good job of knocking it away. Brings up 2nd down and 10 on the incomplete pass. Nutt wants to throw, looks over the middle, and it's dropped. Must have been his H-back again.
That's who it was.
And it goes right off his chest. So 3rd down and 10, still at the 40. So back-to-back incomplete passes. Clock stopped, 6:16 to go, 2nd quarter. Rangers up by 8. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Kyle takes it, gives it to Becker coming this way, and he's tracked in the backfield. That is Trey Moore again.
Trey Moore and Malachi Lane.
My goodness, he just came through that line like nobody blocked him. It's a loss of 4, back to the 44. Malachi Lane, the linebacker, also on the play. This time we'll see if the Mavericks want to punt. Their punts so far of 31 and 28 yards. They're at the Ranger 44. So anything in the 30s would be good. Good snap. Gets it off. Low line drive. Actually, not a line drive. A spinning ball. Comes out the near sideline. That won't be. He's got to keep walking if he's going to keep going. Well, that ball landed out of bounds.
Yes, it did.
Wow, that ball should have been spotted up around the 20 or the 25. But they'll spot it at the 17, and that's a bad spot on that wobbly punt. Goodness. $27 yards on the punt, no return. Generous 27 yards. Jalen Nutt with no one in the backfield with him. Jet sweep fake, he'll keep it. Tries to squirt out to the edge, beats one man, now has a ball across the 30-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. And that's good enough for a 1st down for Jalen Nutt on a designed play to get him out, probably off tackle, and I think he just saw space to the wide side and kept going.
Yeah, it looked like Madison brought both their defensive ends or their 5 techniques underneath, which kind of opened up the edge. It was designed to go inside, but Jalen saw the hole outside and took it and did some good with it.
16-yard run brings up 1st and 10 from the 33. Running back to either side of him now, and a couple of receivers to the top side. Nutt gives it to Hoskins, straight up the middle, has a seam, squirts through, gets into the secondary before he's brought down. Good job by Gabe Hoskins. Another 1st down for the Rangers out to the 45.
That's somebody down. That's a good job on the right side of the offensive line. I mean, they've been doing a real good. That's Banka and Tomlinson.
Looks like a Rangers down.
They got one down.
Ball spotted at the 45. It'll be 1st and 10 there. A 16-yard run followed by a 12-yard run. The Rangers moving the ball efficiently on the ground tonight. We'll keep it here as they continue to check on the Ranger that is down. Rangers up 14-6. There's 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Rangers have run the ball a lot tonight. One pass completion, 1 pass incompletion. So 1 for 2 is Jalen Nutt tonight. Looks like a big one.
That's
no,
Brooks.
that's Garrett Brooks. Doesn't seem to put any weight on his right ankle. So Garrett Brooks will go out. He's been the bell cow tonight for the offense. He and Jalen Nutt.
Yeah, he's had quite the night. Hope he's all right. Not just for night, but just down the road also.
Sure. And he's also the team's punter. You don't have a lot of those in the stable usually.
No, so they're coming with Justin Avery, number 8, and he had a really fine ball game last week against Harker Heights. Looks like he's coming in for Brooks.
All right, Nutt with the back either side. They'll give it to Avery up the middle, squirts through, he almost got a first down as he's out near the 45 of Madison, and they will give him a first down on a nice job of just taking what they gave him in the middle of the field, and he just hopped and skipped past everybody until he got 10 yards. So the run continues. They're at the Madison 45, 4:20 to go. Second quarter action. Rangers up by 8. Nutt with a back on either side of him comes this way. This is Avery again. Turns the corner, gets upfield, gets another good gain of 7 or 8 yards before he's brought down by Dimitri and Delane, a cornerback again. So their secondary making lots of tackles here tonight.
Yeah, they're doing much. Gambit did a nice job on that. He's playing left tackle tonight. They've got him listed at the guard position. But he's playing tackle, and he's doing a nice job on Madison's defensive ends.
They've kind of shifted it around because Gerald Van Sickle's at the left guard now.
Yeah. They're still trying to figure out who's going to go where, and they're getting them all playing time, and they're smart guys that can move around. So
Nutt takes the snap, throws it to the edge. Nice pass caught by Eggleston. And he dances and dances until he's finally tackled. They'll get 1 yard. If he goes straight upfield, he might have had a first down on that one, but gets 1 yard on the play. Garrison Eggleston, the junior receiver.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to know the situation, and a touchdown would be nice. You sure need the first down, too.
Yes, sir. So 3rd and 1 from the 36-yard line. A receiver on either side of Nutt. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Nutt gives it. It's Avery. Kind of bogged up, and the defense gets all over him that time. He tried to feel his way through the defensive line, and it closed down before he could make his second step, and they give him credit to the 33. It'll be 4th down and 3.
Yes, they've been having success to the boundary on that play right there, and Madison did a nice job of rolling their defense to it, moving their defense to it, and stopped them.
So pardon me, to the 38 is the 4th down play. Looks like the Rangers are going to go for it here. From the 38, it's 4th down and about 3 to go. Nutt. Illegal substitution.
Smithson Valley trying to play with too many on that play.
So back to the 43. Probably reevaluate this now. A new play clock. 2 minutes. We'll go under 2 minutes by the time this play is run. See what the Rangers will do. Any chance we'll just run the clock down, then call a timeout?
It's looking like that's about to happen.
Play clock near 5. Nutt in the backfield. Now they got time. Motion is Eggleston. Fake the jet sweep to him. Eggleston wants to run, has to avoid a rusher. Throws it over the top, looking for McDonald, but he can't catch it inbounds. It'll go incomplete, and the Rangers will turn it over on downs. So with 1:38 to go, Madison will have the ball at their own 43-yard line. Defense will have to make a stop here in the midst, the final 98 seconds. Kyle hands it off. That's Becker. He's trapped in the middle. Might have squirted ahead for a yard. Getting after one of the Ranger defenders there. Got kind of tangled up.
Offensive lineman eating up one of those linebackers.
Yeah. Kyle wants to throw. Throws it over the top. Intended for Kelly. Goes incomplete. 1:05 to go.
Well, if they're not careful, they're going to have to punt the ball here.
Yeah.
Give it back to Smithson Valley.
Every time the clock stops.
Smithson Valley not going to take their timeouts into the locker room, I don't think. Let's see what happens here. If they stop them on third down, they're going to call one and get the ball back.
Yep.
Try to go block the punt.
Rangers look like they want to blitz as Becker comes out near side. 3 receivers on the left. Kyle wants to run. Doesn't get away from the first defender. Nice job that time. I think that's Seminaro that dragged him. Now Joe Van Pelt dragged him down from behind. And Smithson Valley calls a timeout, as was expected, with 59 seconds to go. Give him 2 yards on the run. Now the Mavericks will have to punt from their own 46. Rangers will have 2 timeouts left, as will Madison. 14-6, the Rangers up by 8.
Started off pretty hot and heavy, the ball moving up and down the field, and then it just kind of second quarter, everybody, like you said, everybody settled in and hadn't been.
Rangers have had 4 drives. On 3 of them, they've driven the ball down the field. The one short field they didn't do much with. So Esquivel will come in to punt for Madison. Rangers do rush hard. Bowman wants to make a fair catch and does at the 35-yard line.
It's a great catch right there, kind of risky. Keeps it off the turf, keeps the ball from rolling.
So SV, Smithson Valley starts with 53 seconds to go from their own 35. Nutt has a couple of receivers near side, 2, 3 to the far side. Jet sweep fake. He wants to throw. Has some time. Now gets chased. Now has to roll away from it. Sprints away near side. Wants to run it maybe and gets back and picks up 2 yards, but a lot of time went off the clock, almost 10 seconds. But give him 3 yards on the plus run, and he got out of bounds. 2 yards, I guess, on the run.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table as a quarterback. Of course, he played corner the last 2 years, but now playing quarterback, that's, just being able to get out of a situation like that and taking a big sack is huge.
Yes, not having to spend a timeout there. Nutt now has a back beside him. Rolls to his right, has an extra blocker, throws it to the edge. Completed pass, but stays in bounds. I think is that Eggleston again?
Yes, sir, that's Eggleston. His first down stops
the clock. Down.
They called timeout.
And they did call a timeout. The Rangers will keep it here with the 36 seconds to go. The Rangers now up to the 45. So a gain of about 8 on the pass play to Eggleston. And the drive, which has gone 16 seconds, is now gone 10 yards. So it's going to have to move a little bit further, a little bit faster. But the decent thing is you got the first down there, which stopped the clock initially, and then you got your timeout. So the Rangers will have 1 timeout left, 36 seconds to go, and the ball at their own 45-yard line. Not a whole lot of time if you run the ball, so you need to throw it. And what do you have that you want to show right now, second game of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's the second game of the season, but you're still down there to win the ball game. So whatever he has in his pocket, he's going to try to put it on the board right here if he can. It's, because you got to figure Madison's going to come out in the second half. They get the kickoff, so they're getting the ball. They're getting the possession back at the start of the second half. So if you can put some points up here and make it a 2-score game, that's huge.
Indeed.
They got a fine field goal kicker, so they don't have to move it a whole lot more.
Little motion. Nutt to pass. In chases him from the near side. Now he wants to throw. Has a man open. That's Freeland. Get out of bounds. And he's shoved out of bounds finally at the 31-yard line. A nice pickup on the play.
Nice protection,
26 yards on the pass play.
They get some pressure on them, but Smithson Valley's tackles run those defensive ends up the field, and Jalen just slides up underneath and slides out and throws it to Freeland. So it's a good play all around.
Yeah, Maverick Freeland, the senior, found his way to get in an open spot there so that Jalen could see him as he squirted out after the pass rush from the right side, his left. McDonald asking for somebody else to come out on the field, and I think there's some confusion here. Play clock at 5. 3 receivers to the right. Now an H-block to the right. Snap comes. Rolling to the right. Nutt's going to have to just keep going. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. As he does finally inside the 25-yard line. Game clock at 20 seconds. You still have a timeout. And
looks like they're having little personnel issues. They got some came into the game with a couple of kids hurt, and they have a couple hurt, so personnel groupings seem to be off just a little bit. Of course, they got it off. They didn't get penalized, but it's a little bit too close for comfort, I promise you.
Play clock at 15 as Nutt gets the signal. Going to have to hurry as it goes under 10. 20 seconds to play in the game. Clock stopped on the play out of bounds. Play clock now under 5. Nutt looks around. Calls for the snap. And he doesn't get it off in time. He had it all in front of him. I thought he was going to get it. And well, the play clock, the game clock ran off a second as well. So the 5-yard penalty. Play clock hasn't started yet. Game clock back at 20 seconds. Nutt sends 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, and an H-back on the right edge. Quarterback draw straight up the middle, squirts out to the right, gets across the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's run out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. With 14 seconds to go, the Rangers will have a couple of plays. I guess they'll spot him at the 5. First down yardage on a nice play by Jalen Nutt.
That's a great call. I mean, it's easy to say that once it's been made, but you got quite a ways to go. You got one timeout left and a little bit of time, and you're thinking, well, surely they can't run the football. Well, they blocked it well, and Jalen did a nice job of just finding the hole and just doing what he does, and that's just being an athlete.
So did they call the timeout?
Yes.
So they each have one left.
Yes.
So as the defense there, why do you call the timeout? 14 seconds to go. You just had a big play. You want to make sure your kids are settled?
Well, you want to get them settled in and maybe water them down, catch a breath. Again, that's their first ball game, so they're still and they're making some changes. They got a couple of kids came out.
Right.
So I know they're still trying to figure out who needs to be playing also.
Yeah, one of their tackles, Julius LeRae, just came off the field.
Yeah, Julius came off.
He looked gassed.
Yeah, he did. So they got another one. So did Isaiah Edwards, number 2, one of their linebackers.
Yeah.
Both of them came off. And don't appear to be hurt. So
timeout by Madison. Again, each team has a timeout left here into the first half. 14 seconds to go in the half. The Rangers up 14-6, but they're knocking at the door at the 5-yard line of Madison. First and goal. 14 seconds to go with a timeout. You got at least 2 plays. Offense breaks its huddle on the sideline and comes to the ball.
Well, you'd like to get 7 right here, but you'd sure also like to get 3 for sure. So you run the ball, I guess you burn the timeout, and you might just kick the field goal after that.
Nutt has a running back to either side of him. Play clock at 20, so a lot to go. Takes the snap, and he's going to draw it, and he won't get very far. And the Rangers will call a timeout. Didn't look to me like that was the play.
Well, I think they rolled down on the receiver at the top. I think they were trying to do something quick out there to him, or throw it upfield. And it didn't look good to Jalen. And whatever was supposed to happen happened. they still have the ball and they still got a chance to put some points on the board. So that was a good decision.
So no gain at 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, I think they fixed it. Let's go and kick it right here.
7 seconds left in the half. And Austin Hoser will come on for the field goal try, which will be somewhere around 22, 23 yards.
I know as a defensive coach, you always feel a lot better when you're up 2 scores. And
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll spot it at the 12. Well, beyond the 11 to the 12. So it'll be a 22-yard field goal try for senior Austin Hoser. Made one last week. This one's up. Boy, it looks good. Through the uprights. 22 yards on the field goal. Leaves 2 seconds. The Rangers go up 17-6 with 2 seconds to go. We'll have to kick it off. We'll keep it here for the final 2 seconds as the Rangers go up by 11 as we get ready to end the first half. Been an exciting half and all kinds of things going on.
That's a good minute and a half of football for the Rangers right there. You know, they're able to hold Madison out, you know, and get the ball back with a little bit under a minute and still have time to go do something. So that was not something that most people probably were expecting to happen.
It was a productive exchange that you really, you know, you give them the ball, they want to go try to score the, you know, tie the score.
No question.
And you end up stopping them.
The next thing you know, it kind of backfires on you where you could go in only down 1 score, getting the ball coming out of the second half. Well, now you're going to get the ball still, but unless something crazy goes on here, you're going to be down 2 scores. Of course, I've seen crazy happen before in 2 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of things. A lot of things. 2 seconds. It just takes 1 kick and 1 return, right?
That's it.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. In Madison, they're a good football team. They got plenty of skill where they can make something like that happen.
Sure. Playmakers all around. Cooper and Becker go deep.
Yeah, don't kick it to one of those guys.
Hoser from the 40. Again with the wind at his back. Not a very strong wind anymore. Kind of pooches it. And the Mavericks fall on it, and that's the end of the Okay. The clock had to run something.
I think he may have fair caught that thing.
Okay.
I didn't see it, but I'm guessing that's what happened. Otherwise, at least a second would have come off, you'd think.
You would think. Okay. So the up back makes a fair catch, and the Mavericks will have 1 play. Rangers look like they'll rush 3, which may be enough the way we're playing tonight. A couple linebackers in the middle and then a bunch of secondary players. With 3 of them back about 25 yards. They'll hand it to Becker. He'll try to run up the middle. And he'll get a first down, about 11 yards, but that'll end the half.
They'll give that up. They'll give up 10 yards going with the lead.
So that's the end of the half, with the Rangers leading at 17-6. An exciting first half. Halftime is up next, then we'll bring you the second half here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD. Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, 1 man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
I'm gonna get real crazy. This is gorgeous. My partnership with Donovan hasn't gone at all the way that I ever expected it to.
I'm done with it. I don't care.
All I've ever done is design. Honestly. Sorry, guys.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578. Watch Science, GVTC, channel 518.
What's your Wi-Fi score? With the GVTC Wi-Fi score quiz, you can determine the Wi-Fi speed to suit your needs. The techno-dexterous? Stay connected in every way. Take our quick Wi-Fi score quiz today at gvtc.com/Wi-Fi score and make sure your connection is up to speed.
And we're back to Comalander Stadium where the Rangers lead here at halftime, 17-6. The Rangers got on the board first with a 5-play drive and went up 7-0 on a 2-yard run by Brooks. The Mavericks came down and they had a chance to tie the score, but they failed on the extra point as R.J. Kyle went in from a couple of yards. Then the Mavericks recovered an onside kick. They ended up punting. The Rangers drove again. This one, Brooks from 6 yards, a 10-play, 91-yard drive. And the Rangers led 14-6. They got the Mavericks to punt. The Rangers got a short field, ended up having to do a fake punt. Then they forced the Mavericks to punt again. The Rangers turned it over on downs after a 7-play drive that moved the ball decently. And then with a minute and a half to go, the Mavericks got the ball, ended up having to punt. Rangers drove it 35 yards, ended up with a 22-yard field goal, make it 17-6 here at the half. And really, from a Rangers perspective, you have to be excited about the fact that you were able to run the ball with a lot of success throughout the half. And you've also connected on a couple of important passes.
Yeah, they've been moving the ball well, but they're getting a couple of penalties dropped in there on occasion, and maybe not a bad play, but they're playing a good football team. You may not get some yards, you may get behind the chains, and then hard to get back ahead of them. So they're doing some things really, really well, but I'm sure they're talking about fixing some things also.
Defensively, you gave up one touchdown early, really their first drive, and after that you forced them to punt a bunch. What changed defensively in our scheme or whatever? What was the difference?
Well, I think the defensive staff, what they've done is they came out and kind of saw what Madison was trying to do, how they're trying to tackle them. They meet with their kids on the sideline like everybody does and kind of hash out what they're going to do. How are we going to stop what's going on out there? And so without, not making wholesale changes, but they'll tweak some things, and it looks like they've done it because they've done a nice job the last few series.
Secondary is held up against a team that wants to get big plays through the air, and they haven't been able to much tonight.
No, they hadn't hit the big play yet, and of course I'm sure that was really stressed this week because they got hurt by them last week a couple of times. You get a little more pressure maybe on this quarterback, maybe not be able to protect him quite as much. He may be getting rid of it sooner. I don't know, but they've been able to stay away from the big play, and that's huge against Madison.
All right, we're at the half. The Rangers lead at 17-6. We're going to throw it back to Coach Hill in just a moment, but he's got both of his coordinators with him talking about things going on at Smithson Valley. Tell me about those coordinators.
Right, Coach Hill's got a new segment going on this year. I think they started up where he's sitting down and talking with his most time it's a head coach. People want to know what he's got to say and all that, but they've got the offensive coordinator Jeff Shin involved in. Of course, Jeff's a graduate. He graduated in '98. He played at Smithson Valley for Coach Hill and the Rangers. He's been there 5 or 6 years now, and he's the offensive coordinator. And, of course, Coach Worstfer's there. And Coach Worstfer was there when Coach Hill got there. So he's not as old as Coach Hill, but he was there when he got there. And Coach Worstfer is just a super person, as Jeff is. And, I sat next to him for 21 years, and what a knowledgeable, great man that he is. So anyway, you'll get to hear some knowledge from those two, and then we'll just kind of take it from there.
So we'll throw it to Coach Hill now here on the Rangers Network.
Welcome to our show today. We're starting something new this year, midweek. Kind of recapping Ranger athletics from the previous week, and of course we had a coach's show go out previously that highlighted last week's game, but let's look ahead to this week's game. And so we're joined today by our two coordinators. Jeff Shin on the far end there is our offensive coordinator. Craig Westerfer, a longtime coach here, is our defensive coordinator, and we're going to be talking about a little bit about Harker Heights game of a week ago, and then previewing the Madison game. So let's start with Harker Heights. Coach Westerfer, let's talk from your vantage point, the defensive side of the ball. What challenges did those guys pose?
Well, they had some really tall, athletic receivers that we struggled with a little bit at times. But I felt like as the game wore on, we got a little better defending those guys. I thought we did really well running the ball. I was really pleased with the effort that our kids showed, playing hard, and thought we did a nice job of stopping the run. We got to obviously improve on our pass defense.
Right.
But if we can continue to improve our run defense and fix the pass defense things, then I think we're on the right track.
Well, I think you're right. They certainly got some explosive plays. You stop them, and they get a 70. You stop them, and they get a 60. And, when you play teams of that caliber, that can happen. And, so you got to play well all the time. But I think the biggest thing was our takeaways. Talk about those.
Yes, sir. I was really pleased. Our kids created 4 takeaways. We had a couple of sacks with fumbles and then a couple of interceptions as well. Created some short fields for our offense, tried to help there a little bit. So that's something we stress every day in practice. We try and create a turnover mentality, a situation where our kids are focused on trying to get the ball. And it's not easy to get 4 takeaways in today's game, but our kids did it. I was really proud of that.
It was, field position counts.
Yes.
And whether you're creating field position with long kick returns, which we managed to do with several long kickoff returns and forcing some short punts, or you create field position with turnovers, as you mentioned. You get a takeaway. Next thing you know, your offense is running out there with a short field. And so when you win the turnover margin 4-0, you probably win the game. And in this case, we did. And Coach Shin, Harker Heights defense, had a couple defensive tackles that they kind of, I really didn't like looking at them before the game when they warmed up.
They were good-looking characters, that's right.
Oh, boy, big as a house. So what challenges did they present to our offense?
Well, I think we did a great job. They are good players, just like we said. And they were playing a loose coverage and making us run the ball, and they felt like they were going to be able to stop our run with those guys. And we did a great job of playing with great effort and just kept punching the dam, as we say, and kept punching, and those 2- and 3-yard gains we stuck with. And towards the end of the night, third and fourth quarter, those 2 and 3 yard gains became 8 and 10 and got some explosive plays in there. So I was really pleased with the way the O-line played. Coach Touton had those guys ready to go. Had some guys on the O-line playing in some different spots for injury purposes. So they did an outstanding job. Our receivers, we talk about blocking with the O-line, but I was really pleased with the effort that they showed down the field and springing some touchdown plays, and it was a good place to start, Coach.
Well, I think the best thing they did, and you mentioned it, is just taking what was there. We needed to keep running the football, keep their explosive offense off the field, if nothing else. But also did a good job with our short passing game. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, we, like you said, we take what they give us, and they were giving us a soft coverage, and so we wanted to run the ball, and then they were giving us what we call gift throws, and we were getting some of our good players the ball quickly in their hands, and just kind of making the defense defend the whole field, which I thought was a positive, and Jalen was able to get it out there. Kind of put Jalen in a spot to, hey, put us in the best play. You can either hand this ball off because they're all spread out, or throw it out there. They're kind of getting tight in the box and leaving Brooks or guys like that, with some space.
Right. And eventually, we took our shots up the field.
Eventually, they came down, yes.
We were able to run the football and throw short, and then, we hit a big throw to Zach McDonald, which I think was featured on our coach's show a day or two ago, and so that makes a difference. But and then I think, too, our kicker. Our kicker played well. Austin Hosier made his field goal attempt, made all of his extra point attempts. We had 2 big kickoff returns that were huge and creative.
Salvaggio had a big one.
Yeah, an unlikely guy. They kicked it to our little guy, and we blocked him pretty good. We featured that on the coach's show too. We ran it down to the 30. So they said, we're not gonna kick it to him anymore. Let's kick it to this big old fullback over here. And we were kidding Brandon. He'll be telling his grandkids 50 years from now the time he ran the kickoff back all the way down to the 30. But that was a big play coming out of the half.
Really
so. 4 takeaways. Offense didn't turn it over at all.
Yeah.
So we're +4 in turnovers. I think we had 3 penalties. So a pretty clean game, all in all, against a quality team, and a big win.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Big
sir.
win. I researched this extensively, and after one game, the best you can be is 1-0.
Yes, sir.
And
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at. We're doggone proud of it. So appreciate my research on that. So, but unfortunately, though, in this, you spend all your time patting yourself on the back for winning one game. You got to play again. Madison.
Yes, sir.
What a mistake scheduling.
Yeah, I don't know who sets our schedule up. But
I don't either. But
Madison, as always, is very talented. And, they got a good quarterback.
Well, let's talk about their offense. That's what your side of the ball has to defend this week. They haven't sent us a roster or a depth chart, and they haven't played a game yet. And in scrimmages, they wore blank numbers, so we don't really know what we're getting from a name and faces. But you've seen enough of them on tape. What do we got to defend this week?
We're going to have another dual threat quarterback. He can throw it and run it. Very talented. Got a couple of talented running backs, as Madison usually does. And then he got a couple of receivers that they really like to feature. Not sure what number there are. One plays on the left-hand side, and he's a little bit of a taller kid, present a little bit of a challenge to us, especially after last week.
Right.
We can see how we improve there. And the quarterback does a great job of running the ball in some read game, where he has the option of handing it off or running it, and then he does a nice job of throwing the ball and distributing it to his different receivers. So we'll certainly have our hands full. Their O-line is solid as usual. They don't really have any glaring weaknesses, so we're just going to have to go out there and execute and do what we do better than they would do what they do.
Somebody said that before.
Yes, sir. I've heard that somewhere, maybe in some staff meetings.
Yeah, maybe so. Coach Shin, how's Smithson Valley going to be able to move the ball on Madison? What challenges do they present on that side of the ball?
Yeah, well, different than a week ago. We played a 4-down front a week ago with Harker Heights. These guys are based out of a 3-down. We're going to have to be locked in because sometimes it's 3-4, sometimes they slide to 3-3, and they'll even jump into some 4-downs sometimes. So we're going to have to be locked in on our assignments. I'm going to have to continue to build off the effort that we played with. And then, you know, the defense has done such a great job. We got to continue to take care of the football. And if we can continue to stay in the plus territory on the turnover margin, we've given ourselves a much better chance to win. Secondary-wise, very solid secondary. They're going to get a little more down there with those safeties, and I expect them to be a little further down there than what we saw a week ago. And they're big old nose guard, defensive ends. We got our work cut out for us.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I got a returning all-district player at nose guard. Be very similar to the two that we had to block a week ago. But you know, when you're in 27 6A playing Steele and Clemens and New Braunfels and Judson and Wagner and all the other ones, I guess there's no sense scheduling any patsies and giving yourself a false sense of security. We certainly haven't done that. But we'll be at Comalander Stadium, where we've played Madison a few times. We've had a few historic battles against those guys, and this one's a non-district game, maybe not quite as much at stake, but our kids will be excited, and you know, we'll have to continue to take care of the ball, as we mentioned, win the turnover. Got to get margin. We got to limit explosives, which we discussed, and then we got to create some too. You know, I don't know that we can sit there and push them around on 8, 10, 12 play drives over and over and over. We'll have to get some big chunk plays, whether that's in the passing game, running game, and then can we continue to make kicking game impact plays. So. Anyway, but that's not the only, football's not the only sports going on at Smithson Valley right now. We're hip deep in the cross-country season. Volleyball's going, team tennis is going. Got other ones about to launch here in a month or so. So let's call on Coach Courtney Patton, our assistant athletic coordinator, as well as our head volleyball coach. Let's see what else is going on in Smithson Valley athletics this week.
Thanks, Coach. I'm Courtney Patton, your head volleyball coach and assistant athletic coordinator here at Smithson Valley. I'm going to talk with you about some of the things that we've got going on our campus. Our tennis team played New Braunfels last week and got a huge win. That's a team they haven't beat in 20 years, so we're really excited for those kids. This week they're going to travel to Clemens for their second match in district. Both teams are undefeated, so good luck to those boys and girls. Our cross-country team, boys and girls, went to the Cedar Park Invitational, where our girls placed third, led by Sarah Scott and Emily Mills, and our boys placed fourth, led by Garrison Mangum. Our volleyball team is 2 games now into district. They had program wins, which means all 4 teams were able to pick up wins against Wagner and New Braunfels. That New Braunfels win was something we haven't done in 8 years, so we're really proud of those girls as well. And I guess we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Coach Patton, and congratulations to all of our athletes over the successes of the previous week. And we look forward to getting another report next week. And hopefully these coaches will be back and we're having some good news about Madison, the Madison game. But either way, we'll be looking forward to bringing this to you each week. Our game against Madison this Friday will be live on the Rangers Network. You can watch. All of our subscribers will be sent a link, as they always are. If you're not a subscriber, text a message and the number that's on the screen and become a subscriber, and you'll get that link sent to you during the day on Friday, and that link will become live at 7:15. You can watch the Smithson Valley Madison football game this Friday night. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828. and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Back to Comalander Stadium, still a little bit left in halftime as the Rangers lead the Mavericks 17-6. Some unofficial stats, and then we'll talk about some volleyball. 198 yards rushing for the Rangers and 67 yards passing, so added up 265 total offense. For the Mavericks, unofficially 95 yards rushing and 12 yards passing. And 17-6 probably isn't enough of a difference of the score for those two numbers, but it is a game where the Rangers did give it up on downs once and gave it up at midfield on a fake punt.
Yeah, it's been one of those games where, a lot of people might look at the scoreboard or be watching it and saying this game isn't very exciting. There's not enough points going up on the board, but I like low scoring.
Yeah.
Being on the other side of the ball for years and years, I like seeing the 6 on one side. And anyway, so
sure.
It's been good. It's been a good ball game.
Especially if it's on your side.
Especially if it's on my
you put
side.
up the 6. Hey, Smithson Valley volleyball won today over Clemens 3-1. Head coach Courtney Patton and the Lady Rangers have had some good success this week.
Yeah, they've had this has been a big week for them. Coach Patton, which is assistant athletic coordinator at Smithson Valley, she's on that little section or that little show that Coach Hill does with his two coordinators of football, and then she's on the tail end giving a rundown of kind of wrap up of Smithson Valley athletics in general on the week. And they beat New Braunfels in 5 on Tuesday, and my little daughter-in-law coaches for them over there, and she said that's the first time they beat New Braunfels in 8 years, and I couldn't hardly believe it. But that's a big win for them, and then they go into Clemens and win that one. So.
Well, you're talking about two of the better programs in the district, so that's huge wins.
That's two that you're gonna have to beat to win the district, not necessarily get the playoffs, but if you can, if you beat the right ones, and really they're still giving a trophy away for winning the district, not just getting in the playoffs. So let's go get that one. So, and she does a good job. She's been there 3 years now, maybe 4. I'm not exactly sure, but she's kind of getting her things situated the way it needs to be, and it's starting to show up on the court. So congratulations to them.
All right, again, the Rangers up 17-6. Real quick, Joe, if we come out of the second half on the defensive side of the ball, what do we have to do initially to set a tone that we want to take care of things in the second half?
Well, it's going to be just like you would if it was the beginning of the football game. They're wanting to come out and they're wanting to pin them deep. They're wanting to 3 and out and get a short field and go score. So I'm sure Smithson Valley's going to kick with the wind. There's a little bit of breeze down there, enough to carry the ball a little bit, but they're going to take the wind, kick it down, pin them, try to 3 and out them, punt, maybe block it, short field, score, and then repeat. So the biggest thing is just keep your foot on Madison. Don't give them an opportunity, or don't give them the big play.
Don't give them any hope.
Don't give them 60 yards, 80 yards, one-time play, touchdown, because they'll get pretty excited pretty quick again. So,
all right. We'll come back with the second half after we take our final timeout here at halftime. The Rangers up 17-6 on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him.
Wow.
78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button, or text the word Rangers to 42828. and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
I'm gonna get real crazy.
This is gorgeous.
My partnership with Donovan hasn't gone at all the way that I ever expected it to.
I'm done with it. I don't care.
All I've ever done is design. Honestly. Sorry, guys.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
And welcome back to Comalander Stadium. Both teams have made it back out onto the sidelines, so as the clock goes to 000, we should be ready to play here shortly. Rangers will kick it off with the wind, what wind there is at their back, and we've got 24 more minutes of football. Rangers lead at 17-6. Start the third quarter. Again, the numbers, they ran for almost 200 yards in the first half. Anytime you can do that, that has to be a really good thing to talk about in the locker room.
Yeah, you got to feel good about that. You know, anytime that you run the football, it opens so much up for you.
Yeah.
And it's kind of on the other side of the ball. If as a defensive player or coach, if you can't stop the run, it can wear you down. It can discourage you in a hurry. So it's to be interesting. Let's see what happens right here. Everybody's been in now. They had their halftime adjustments, if you will. There won't be major changes, but everybody tweaks things, and we'll see how everybody responds.
It's a funny game that it only takes one or two adjustments on the defensive side of the ball to make everything look a little different for the offense.
There's no question. A simple alignment or a simple movement, or maybe somebody plays something better.
Yeah.
Which a lot of times that's what it is. You just need to play this play the right way, and it comes out better. So. It's a big play right here, just to open the kickoff the second half.
Austin Hoser will kick it off. Becker and Cooper are deep for the Mavericks.
Those two are very dangerous.
And we're underway. The end-over-end kick will carry to about the 5 where Cooper will take it. Tries to veer to the left, gets to the middle. Frash comes up and brings him down before he gets to the 20-yard line. Maybe he falls forward to the 20, but that's where the Mavericks will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Darlington Frash, the senior linebacker who was lost most of last year with an injury, is glad to be back out there as he makes the special teams tackle there on a big kickoff for the Rangers.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. He's been around a long time, and he's seen a lot of football, so just really glad that he's still there.
Kyle keeps it after faking the handoff to Becker, and he'll get first down yardage out near the 32-yard line, a gain of about 12. Pushed out of bounds by Blake Bowman. So the 12-yard run on first down brings up another first down.
It looks like what they started the game out with. It's at 3 one way, another tight end another way, and I think that's only the second time they ran it. They might want to run it a little bit more. It's been a good play for him.
And Becker's been just dangerous that anytime you fake give him the ball, somebody goes after him. Here's a bad-looking pass. Kyle didn't throw it very well at all, intended for Stewart on the near sideline. About a 15-yard out. The ball was thrown about 13 yards to the inner side of the sideline. In other words, it was out of play. 2nd down and 10, again from the 32-yard line. 3 receivers all to the far side. Becker gets it, comes left. Has a bunch of defenders there. I think that was Malachi Lane who got to him first. And then help from Cooper Douglas.
It was a great, solid tackle by Cooper, sitting out here on that single tight end, just kind of reading things. The ball bounces out to him, and he's able to come up and help Malachi on the tackle.
So a loss, we'll call it 3. Brings up 3rd down and 13. From their own 29, they need to get to their 42. Kyle rolls to his left. He wants to throw. Here comes Frash on a blitz. Tracks him down. He gets away from him, but then he's brought down by another defender. Tries to throw it at the last second, and then they're going to call an incomplete pass. I believe they are.
That's certainly what you look for out of your defense. Get out there and get some pressure and get things going a little bit. Frack with the pressure on the sprint out. The defensive end pulled him up, and he just ran the inside crease and got up in his face and put the pressure on him.
Kyle Williams was the defensive tackle who ran him down and brought him down as he threw the ball away. Well, I thought they indicated incomplete pass, but they moved the ball back a yard.
Yeah, they must have called it a fumble. I guess. I thought it was incomplete pass also.
The quick punt. This one does spiral, doesn't go very far. Fielded by Bowman at the 39. Near sideline. Runs out of room and then gets shoved out of bounds. but brings it back into Maverick territory at the 48. So a nice return of 13 yards on a punt of about 33.
That's just what you're looking to do coming out. Kind of shut the door on them a little bit. Don't give them any encouragement. Because they certainly, like we've mentioned, they can certainly hurt you in a hurry.
So a 3 and out is success. You got good field position after the punt exchange. From the Mavericks 48, Nutt with a back either side of him. Takes the snap, hands it off. This looks like Avery coming left, turns and spins and wiggles away from a defender. Gets about 4 yards up to the 44 on a good hard run.
They've had quite a bit of success with that little play tonight. I'm not surprised to see him come right back to it out of the half.
A senior running back at 5'8" and 180. He had 23 yards on 7 carries a week ago. Since Brooks went out, he's had a couple more carries in this one. Rangers send 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Nutt's going to run it up the middle. Gets a block from Hoskins. Gets a good gain. Now inside the 35, inside near the 30, before he's shoved down there by the Madison defense. But a first down run by Jalen Nutt on a planned run as Hoskins went through the hole first.
Yeah, they're using they got too many bodies in there for Madison right now. Using Jalen as a running back and their other backs as fullbacks. They can't account for everybody.
2 receivers will go wide to the right. 2 running backs in the backfield. Nutt hands it to Hoskins. Veers left, doesn't get much, but runs hard for about 4 yards. Maybe give him a gain of 3 up to the 27. Good job on the defense that time by Anthony Zunga. So it's 2nd down and 7. Rangers break the huddle with 2 receivers right. A receiver and an H-back to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Nutt takes the snap, runs it again, goes after his H-back block, and gets a nice gain inside the 20. That should be first down yardage, and then the pile pushes him forward up to the 17.
Yeah, there's some big kids pushing that pile forward.
Gerald Van Sickle kind of gave a big push right at the end. So another double-digit yard gain up to the 17. 1st and 10 for the Rangers there. Play clock at 15 as the play call comes in from the side. As they break the huddle, it's at 8. Little last-second conversations, we're going to have to hurry. Nutt takes the snap, comes left. Looks like a face mask, but it must have got him by the front of the jersey. That was Avery again. Gain of about 1 as he didn't get much room to run.
No, he didn't have much there. Didn't have much. They've stopped that play a couple of times, but most of the night Smithson Valley's had a little success with it.
Actually, no gain. The ball still at the 17, so 2nd and 10. A back either side of Nutt. A receiver either side of the offensive line. Nutt wants to throw it too high, intended for McDonald. Threw it over his head. Looked like he'd have had about a 7-8 yard gain if he completes it and throws it in his chest. Incomplete, it's now 3rd and long. So 3rd and 10 from the 17. Play coming in late again. They'll break the huddle. And they still have about 7 seconds. Nutt takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for a receiver. His receiver long was double teamed. The tight end went long. That was Damel. And they kind of pinched him in the secondary, and I think that's who he wanted to go to.
Yeah, he had eyes for one guy on that play, and they covered him up. 34-yard field goal attempt.
So the Rangers will try another field goal. Be their second attempt of the night. Hoser from 34 near the left hash. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it's a little bit left. I believe he missed it wide left. Kind of got into it quick, and the field goal try goes no good. So the Rangers turn it over. The Mavericks will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Drive started off real well for them, and just kind of fizzled on the end there.
Kind of a short field where you got about 20 yards on the first 3 runs, 30 yards on the first 4 runs, and then you had a no gain and an incomplete pass. So the Rangers need another 3 and out with 7:25 to go in the third quarter, leading 17-6. Becker runs. This time he's got some momentum, and the crowd will take him about 5 yards. His best run in the middle with contact tonight. Five-yard run makes it 2nd and 5. Rangers going with 3 down linemen this time, and they're going to do a reverse. It's Cooper coming around the edge, and looked like he almost slipped before Doug Douglas came up to him, but he goes down with maybe a yard gain.
Did a nice job defensively with some player checking reverses things before they ran off. Otherwise, those are big plays against undisciplined teams usually.
So the Rangers again with 3 down linemen. Blitzing from the left. Kyle gets the ball loose. A nice open field tackle, though.
That's Blake Bowman. That's a great
Blake
open field
Bowman
tackle.
runs down the receiver, which I think is
it's Little, isn't it?
Little again. Anthony Little, the senior H-back. And he actually lost a couple of yards on the pass play. And the Mavericks will have to punt for the second time tonight. Second time in the second half, I should say. Fourth and about 6. Penalty flags come out. A low punt. Line drive goes out of bounds about the 45 or 46 yard line of the Rangers. Have to see. It looks like a procedure penalty, so I don't know if they'll have him punt again after a 30-yard punt. Rangers will have the ball at the 45. Do you make him punt again?
Oh man, I don't. Looks like they're going to force it on there in the carry. They're going to take it from there.
So in plus territory again, the Rangers get the ball. They started the Maverick 48 last time. This time they start at the 49. Rangers missed a field goal of 34 yards on their first drive of the half. With 5:31 to go in the third quarter, they'll start their second drive of the half, up 17-6. Nutt, a designed run, goes right, no room. Gets ushered out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage.
You certainly like to get something out of these short fields, that's for sure. You don't want to keep Madison too close to you on the scoreboard.
So no gain, makes it 2nd and 10. The ball actually is ahead about a length of a football from where it was started on the drive. Nutt takes the snap, wants to run it again up the middle, squirts to the left, gets run down from behind by Zuniga. But I believe they're going.
Like a first down. Might be a little short.
Yeah, they need to get on the other side of the 39-yard line. They're on this side. So the 9-yard run brings up 3rd and short. Actually, really short. Probably just About the length of a football is all they'll have to go. This is where you go under center and sneak it, isn't it? We don't do that anymore.
Can't get under center, I guess. That's against the law nowadays.
Running back either side. Nutt gets the call. Hoskins coming left, has to get the corner. He does. Then he breaks loose, gets past the defender, gets shoved out of bounds, but inside the 25. Mavericks getting a little frustrated tonight. Has a nice run. Takes the ball to the 22. Hoskins again, a good run. So the Rangers will bring a receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Nutt is going to design run this way, and he gets caught in the backfield. First play tonight by Roman Rodriguez, the sophomore at 295. Gets his name called for the first time tonight on a tackle in the backfield of Jalen Nutt. A loss of, 2 yards.
A loss of 2. Yeah, Madison's, they're checking their defense to something. They're moving it to the boundary now when they get in that particular formation. But
yeah,
they've been hurt enough with that, and they're at least getting that defensive end up the field so you're not able to get out. Bring it back up inside.
Empty backfield. Nutt will run it again. Gets a block sealed early, then avoids a tackler. Now he's out in the loose at the 10, the 5. He's brought down there. It'll be first and goal for the Rangers at the 5-yard line as Jalen Nutt makes his way on a good 17-yard run.
Yeah, they're going to let him carry the ball plenty, it looks like. Design run, design quarterback draw. Get people up the field and get backers to start their drive so the linemen are climbing up on them.
Earlier in the half, I didn't see that as much as I've seen it on this drive in particular.
Yeah, they've only ran it once or twice, and they don't use it a whole lot until they really need it. And it looks like apparently they're thinking they need it right now.
Going to go with Nutt again, right side. There's a penalty flag as he's brought down on a nice open field tackle by the Mavericks. But we'll have to see the penalty. Ranger coaches didn't look very happy about the flag, so we'll see what it is. Our referee, John Miller, tries to get in an opening where we can see him. Oh. So a sideline warning is the call. So the run by Nutt stays. He gets it up to the 1, so that's a 4-yard gain. And the Rangers are now second and goal from the 1. Motion coming near side. Nutt runs it straight up the middle and he gets in. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. So the Rangers score on the ground for the 3rd time tonight. This time it's Jalen Nutt and not Garrett Brooks. Rangers go up 23-6 with the extra point to come.
This is a good, solid, time-consuming drive for them. Not anything fancy. It's doing what they want to do. You know, Coach Hill and offensive staff, they want to be able to move the football on the ground. They got some big guys up front, and that's what they're kind of hanging their hat on.
Hoser's extra point looks up, and it's good. So 24-6 your score with 2:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with the rest of the 3rd quarter and the final stanza of the game after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828. and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
And we're back at Comalander Stadium, where the Rangers have gone up 24-6, taken some semblance of control of this game with a 7-play, 49-yard drive. Jalen Nutt for 1 yard on his first touchdown of the night, and his second touchdown of the season carrying the ball. He's carried the ball a yeoman's task here in the second half. As I don't have them all identified, but probably at least 10 of those runs in the second half have been Jalen Nutt quarterback designed runs. Hoser will kick it off. 2:22 the time in the third quarter. Rangers up 24-6. End over end kick. Be fielded by Becker at the 4. Number 4 brings it straight, then tries to veer off, avoids one tackler, then gets tackled by about 5 different Rangers.
Yeah, they're flying down the field. They're feeling good about things right now. It was Malachi turning back in there and made the play on him.
At the bottom of the pile was Braden Bafidis, a sophomore cornerback on the depth chart. But he was at the bottom of that pile, so he must have got there first. So the Mavericks, with 2:15 to go in the third quarter, down by 18, go on offense. Motion from the inside receiver, that's Cooper. But Kyle keeps it after faking the handoff and squirts ahead for 4 or 5, maybe 6 yards up to near the 27. That'll be a gain of 6 and bring up second down and 4. That time held the ball in Cooper's belly for a long time before he finally let it go.
Yeah, they're reading a lot of stuff off of it. You know, he had a lot of success, I say a lot. He had some success in the first half and looked pretty good, but hasn't had quite the big plays that he did earlier.
This time it's Becker up the middle, gets through the first part of the line, then gets dragged down by Malachi Lane, but not until he gets a first down yardage past the 31. So a couple of runs and a first down for the Mavericks. Game clock goes under 1:30 in the third. A pass out to the edge. It's low. Cooper catches it, but then gets hat.
Well, it's a great play by Noah Flores running right through an intended blocker and hitting the intended receiver before he can get going anywhere.
You kind of said this kind of on the fly a couple of minutes ago. They don't throw the ball particularly well.
You know, schematically, I don't think they do. You know, they're going to throw it out short like that and then, you know, throw it way up the field. But very high percentage at the line of scrimmage, a very low percentage way down the field.
Kyle pulls it back out of Becker's belly and then gets pinned down after a gain of a couple of yards. Frash and McKenzie in on the tackle.
I thought we'd see more challenges up the field, more deep balls.
Well, Garza was their senior quarterback last year, and he threw the ball up the field a lot more than we've seen Kyle do it tonight. There's a ball intended for Cooper out on the near sideline. They're going to call it good, and that, I guess I need a replay on that one. I didn't think there's any way. Yeah, they are calling it incomplete finally. Yeah, the ball was all over the ground as he held it out in front of him. There's no way he pulled it into his body. Incomplete the pass. That'll bring up fourth down and about 8. Solarcheck comes in to punt.
They're missing somebody. They
are.
The player at the top.
Is he gonna finally rugby style kicks it, and he sends it way? If he doesn't keep walking again, that ball never got anywhere near. They're still
off. They need to practice.
Coach John Miller and his field judge on this side have not figured out where the ball goes out of bounds. That ball almost went straight out of bounds from inside the hash. In any event, the Rangers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. No return on the punt. Jalen Nutt, the senior quarterback, comes back out with 3 receivers broke to the right. He's got a single running back to his right and an H-back to his right. Hands it to Hoskins, going off right tackle. Ooh, wiggles around, a nice defender there, and get a couple of extra yards after I thought he might be pinned after a yard or two. That's a gain of almost 7 up to the Mavericks 49.
He's an elusive little rascal, that's for dang sure.
And that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So after 3 quarters, the Rangers lead it 24-6. We'll bring you the 4th quarter after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, 1 man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Well, our umpire was going to, I guess we're back. Our umpire was going to make sure they held until the red hat got off the field. So we're back to play here at Comalander Stadium. The Rangers up 24-6. Nutt with a back either side of him and wide out either way. Here's Avery up the middle, tries to bounce it to the right, cuts back up inside, gets 1st down yardage. He is fighting for some tough yards tonight, and that was a good, tough run of 6 yards and a 1st down. To the Mavericks 43. Rangers bring the play in from the sideline again. Stoley cuts over the ball. Nutt with a back to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Wants to roll to his left, has pressure. Now he's going to get sacked way back.
Yeah, and a flag.
And a flag.
That's no good.
So that was Grady and Zuniga. Both got back to him. Jalen wanted to roll to his left and turn and square his shoulders and throw it and didn't have a chance. It was like a jailbreak.
I didn't know better. I would have thought it might have been a screen.
So they call holding on the Rangers. The sack back to the 47. So a loss of 10 makes it 2nd down and 20. The Rangers a wide receiver to either side. And got a tight end or a slot to either side. Now the lone back is Hoskins. Nutt will give it to him on a delay. There's a hole up the middle, and he'll get good yardage, almost back to the line, the original line of scrimmage. A nice big hole opened up right in the middle.
They've had some success tonight with draws, whether it be a quarterback draw or tailback draw, just getting people at different levels and handing it off and letting them squirt their way through there.
So with 10:50 to go in the game, the Rangers on the move, 3rd and 10 after a 10-yard sack. They get a 10-yard run. So got a chance here on two plays probably to get 10 yards. Not real sure the Rangers will punt again. A back either side of Nutt, who takes the snap. Fakes it to Hoskins, then throws it to the edge. McDonald, I'm not sure he held on to it. Or they'll give him a catch. I thought the ball squirted out, but they'll give him up to the 38, which would make a 4th down and about 5. So a 5-yard pass play brings up 4th and 5. Do it again and you got a 1st down.
More time. Be an interesting call here. with all the success they've been having on the draw game. I don't know if they'll throw it or not.
Here comes a blitz as he rolls to his left. And there's a hold, and it'll be flagged. Nutt will throw it. It'll be a first down, but it'll come back. So instead of 4th and 5, it'll be 4th and 15.
They're having a hard time sprinting out right now because they're moving the front to the back, and it's all boogered up. They're better off moving him over there and then running back away from him where there's a good edge. They're punting.
So after the 10-yard penalty on holding, actually it wasn't actually 10 yards because of the difference. Well, I guess it is. So we'll punt. Clock rolls with 9:25 to go in the game. And the backup punter gets off a nice end-over-end kick and gets a great roll of it. That is Wyatt Hayden, one of the fullbacks, who was warming up as a backup punter. And he gets the punt off, and it's a decent one as it pins the Mavericks back inside their own 20-yard line. Looks like it went out of bounds at about the 17. So here come the Mavericks. 9:10 to go in the game. 24-6. Rangers on top. They fake it to Becker. Kyle keeps it. Gets caught. Actually loses a couple of yards. Back near the 15, the ball will be marked.
Cole Douglas plays that really well at the defensive end position. Gets upfield, give him a pull read, and then he falls back in on the quarterback. It's a really nice job.
He's played a lot of snaps tonight too.
Yeah.
They give it to Becker. Tries to go up the middle.
That's 95.
That's
there.
Van Pelt.
Van Pelt.
I'm sorry. Van Pelt stood him up right in the hole. And they'll give him a gain up to the 17, back near the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of 2. So a loss of 2 followed by a gain of 2. It's 3rd down and 10. 3 receivers broke to the left, 1 to the right. Becker, the lone setback with R.J. Kyle. Kyle rolls to his left, wants to throw it. And intended for Cooper, broke up by the Rangers. That's Toby West, a senior linebacker, who got right in the way and just knocked it down. It really... If you see it on the video, there's about 5 or 6 defenders and 3 receivers trying to all sit in the middle of them instead of someone trying to get away from them.
Yeah,
they all kind of sat down in the pile of defense.
Too many people in one spot.
And they left early on the punt try. So the ball was snapped, but before it snapped, the Maverick was already up the field. So that'll cost him 5 yards. The back judge thought he was going to have to run the ball all the way back. But they got another one from the line judge. So from the 12 now. Good quick kick. Doesn't go very far. Kind of angles to the near sideline. Picked up by the Rangers. Oh, my goodness. What a dangerous try, but it succeeded. Noah Flores kind of picked it up around the 40 as it was coming to a near going out of bounds and ended up returning it, nearly 11 or 12 yards up to the 36 or 30, 26, pardon me.
It's kind of one of those things. It's kind of fearless, and you appreciate it. But if it goes bad, then you don't want to go to the sideline and see the coaches.
So a punt of 30 and a return of 11, and the Rangers have the ball in plus territory now at the 26 of Madison. New quarterback in.
Cernahouse has come in.
And a new running back in. So Cernahouse hands it off.
It's Ryan Hakes. Is that Hakes or
McCracken, I think.
Was it McCracken?
That handled the ball. Got a gain of about 4. So 4 yards on the carry. Brings up 2nd and 6. Is now a bunch of different Rangers are out on the field. As we talked about, Joe's talked about, the offensive line has been switching guys out all season or all game long. Now Cernahouse in at quarterback. Some new receivers are likely in as well. Although McDonald splits this side and Fralin looks to be on the top side. Cernahouse hands it off again. This is Avery. He gives off tackle right side. Should got enough for a first down there. So 2 carries and they're up. Maverick is down on the field, so we'll have a timeout here. We'll keep it here. 6:55 to go in the game. Rangers up 24 to 6. Pardon me. 24 to 6 is what it's been. They stopped the Mavericks on the last drive with no yardage gained. The drive before that, they got 12 yards. So in the last 2 drives, the Mavericks have gotten 12 yards of offense and punted it twice. The first drive of the half, they got 4 yards. So 16 yards in 3 drives for the Mavericks here in the second half. After their initial drive that got them 9 total yards. So whatever that, 25 yards on four drives for the Maverick offense, which seems to be struggling tonight here in the second half greatly. So the Ranger offense back on the field. First down and 10 from the 14. Hakes with McDonald on the right, but they're going to throw it out to the edge. He may throws a strike and a completed pass, and that is the tight end Domel. Up to the 9, a gain of, what do you call that, 5.
It's a nice ball by Jacob. That play action, man, he gets it out of there in a hurry.
Threw a dart for sure. So 2nd and 5 from the 9. They continue to bring in different backups.
It's nice to watch them, even some of the backups get in there. They just execute just as flawless as the ones.
Here's another run up the middle. Won't get as much as McCracken, I think, got the carry again. Gets it up to the 9. So not much there. Still 3rd and about 5. Third down. And I guess 4. Play clock under 5. McCracken in the backfield by himself. Now gets motion in front of him. A jet sweep. And that'll be first down yardage, but shut down before the line. And that's Chase Senelick, a sophomore wide receiver. Took the jet sweep inside the 5 for a first down, and now the goal. It's goal to goal for the Rangers.
A nice little move he made out there to make that down safety come screaming in the alley. You made him miss.
Yeah. So at the 1 yard line. So an 8 yard carry. Actually, it was more than that, a 13 yard carry. So at the goal line. McCracken.
Touchdown.
He'll get through and then score again for the Rangers. So the TD run by McCracken gives the Rangers 30, and it makes it a 36 game. 30-6 game with the extra point to come.
It's a nice drive, nice, solid. Again, just running the football. They pitch and catch one time out there. But other than that, they're just running the football, doing what they want to do.
Rangers are going to call a timeout.
They have a personnel issue.
Yeah, I don't think they had 11 guys out there, did they? Yeah, maybe. No, I think they only had 10.
They might.
Well,
I think they have 11. They might just
okay.
may be the wrong 11. I don't know.
It certainly could be. Oh.
You get injuries and stuff. Sometimes that'll show up on you on the field. Somebody doesn't go out or they can't because they're hurt.
We'll keep it here with 4:37 to go in the game. The Rangers up 30-6, ready to try another extra point. Travis McCracken, a junior, one of the backup running backs, getting some action tonight. Ryan Hakes, the deep snapper, by the way, new this year. Hoser will try the extra point. The holder is Derek Mata. The snap by Hakes, a good one. Mata puts it down. The kick is up, and it's through. 31-6. The Rangers go up by 25 with 4:37 to go in the game. We'll take a quick timeout here as the Rangers get ready to kick it off again on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like. Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Kicker.
We're back at Comalander Stadium. Hoser will kick it off, this time into whatever wind that is. Tries to pooch it, and the one of the upbacks for the Mavericks catches it and runs out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Guess we'll spot it at the 31, and that's where the Mavericks will start 1st and 10. As I mentioned earlier, less than 20 yards of total offense for the Mavericks here in the second half, and we've got 4.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, they just never got on track, I guess.
And they only had 105, 115 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're talented. Of course, like I said, that's their first ball game. They're still kind of searching what's going on and who they want to be offensively and what they want to be about.
One of their backup running backs came in and run the play. There's a flag. I'm pretty sure it's holding on their offensive line that time. So whatever gain they got on a short run will go back with the penalty. Our umpire tonight marches it back to the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 20. RJ Kyle still the quarterback, and now Becker is back in as his running back, and it looks like several of their receivers are back in as starters. Fakes it to Becker. Now Kyle is tripped up in the backfield and sacked.
Yeah, miscommunication in the backfield as far as what was going on there. You know, Madison, they're not going to sub out very much because they're still trying to get on track and get in sync.
Brock Whitaker on the sack for Smithson Valley. I'm pretty sure that'll be his first of the season. Not sure there are. I don't know. You see any starters still out there? I don't think so.
For Madison?
For Smithson Valley.
Oh, no.
There's Becker up the middle. No, it's not Becker. It's the backup. He'll get near first down. Well, he'll get back near the original line of scrimmage. It's the backup, Keyshawn Rogers.
It's good to get up on somebody like this so that you can get those guys in, get them some experience in the ball game.
Sure.
You know, they practice like the other ones, and not that you're giving them time, but they need to get on the field and get that game pace experience, and this is good. It's good to see.
So 11 yards on the run. It's 3rd down and 9. Kyle keeps it, but he's tracked down. Good job by the backup linebacker, Colton Shepler. Tracks him down and gives him a gain of about a yard, but no more. 4th down, and here comes the punt unit. Solarcheck comes back in to punt. Final member of the punt coverage team makes his way onto the field. Gets it away in a hurry as he had pressure on him again. This one not very good at all. This one goes out of bounds on the Smithson Valley side.
It's got to be up here by the 30, 35.
I'm not sure.
He's still walking.
I don't think he got positive yards on it. Well, they're going to give him
37.
They're going to give him 6 yards on the punt to the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the punt, no return. Smithson Valley will now try to run the clock out with 2:41 left in the game. From the Madison 38.
McCracken in the backfield again with
Cernhouse. Gives it to McCracken up the middle, runs hard, gets 4 or 5. So a 2nd down on the gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Clock running with 2:20 to go in the game. Play clock still at 15. Probably needs to let it run some more before he snaps the ball.
But Freeman snapping the ball now. Nick Freeman's the center.
Okay.
Coming for.
Here's McCracken again. Nice scoot move to the left. Gets him close to the 1st down. I think he got a 1st down. So a gain of 7 on that one by McCracken. Nick Freeman, the junior, backup center, getting some playing time, as are a lot of different receivers. Derek Mata just came into the game as the H-back, I think. No, he's the quarterback. He gives it to McCracken, wide left. Keep him in bounds. Keep that clock rolling. Give him a gain up to the 25, so a gain of about 3. Game clock now at 1:10 and rolling. Mata, the quarterback, after Cernhouse had his chance. Now Derek Mata gets a couple of snaps. This will be his 2nd. 52 seconds to go. The snap to McCracken. Has some seam. Wow, then gets hit after a gain of a couple. Closed almost as quickly as it opened up.
Yeah, it did.
Good looking tackle by Dominic Pena. And this will be the last play of the game. The play clock about 3 seconds shy of the game clock, which is now at 25 seconds. So Mata will take one more snap on third down, and that'll likely be the game. Mata, McCracken, off left tackle. Got first down yardage before he's finally thrown back. The Mavericks not going to have success tonight. And there's your final score. Smithson Valley wins it 31-6. Really a dominant defensive performance in the second half. You gave Madison no chance to do anything.
No, they did. They didn't give them a whole lot in the first half, and then they really, buckled down again in the second half and shut them down. So good for them. Wish Madison good luck the rest of the season as they kind of figure out what they're going to do and who they're all about.
Well, the Rangers win it to go 2-0 on the season. Madison falls to 0-1. The Rangers next week play at Wagner, and then in 2 weeks they're home to New Braunfels to open up district play. So 2 games ahead. The second ones that did their final non-district games next week at Wagner.
Well, that's a district ball
I'm
game.
sorry, you're right. That is
Wagner's. They picked up Wagner and South Sand this year.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So Wagner's back up from 5A to 6A.
Wagner lost early, and they won their first game. I don't know what they're doing tonight.
They're open.
Okay. Well, that makes that settled.
Yeah. So actually, what's fixing to happen is they've had 2 scrimmages and hadn't played a game yet. I don't believe. I don't think they played last week. I think they scrimmaged last week again. Okay. They've had 2 scrimmages. Okay. So, again, for Smithson Valley, they're fixing to play a team that hasn't lined up and had a game, and and it's going to be their 3rd one. So that's part of all this coronavirus stuff and all the pandemic stuff. That's really puts some teams at a little disadvantage. And Wagner's going to be fine. They're well coached. They got plenty of good football players, but it hurts when you don't get to play. And they haven't played a game yet, and Smithson Valley's going on their 3rd. So,
all right. Well, it's been a pleasure, Joe.
Tony, it's been nice. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's been nice. See if I don't lose my voice here. Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828. And you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!